Right, I just want to show y'all proof that these people, Toby Hewitt, they've been doing this to me for 9 months. Johnny just got set up and arrested because they wouldn't listen. I just did a video proving I was talking to an officer. I want to show you I'm in a room where there isn't one single person. Look, not one single person in this whole room. And they just did it again, just like they did at Starbucks today. And the cops illegally arrested Johnny and manhandled me over it. I have reported this for 9 months that Toby Hewitt and her evil little trolls call every business when they see where I'm at. They call the police. So once again, they just called Burger King. The manager just approached me. You saw me do a video admitting my location, and she just approached me and said, you just scared our customers. They called us and complained about you. I just showed you proof that you saw me sitting in this room. You saw me approach the officer. You saw no other people. And there again, caught live, I was just set up. Y'all understand that I'm a victim of cyber stalking, cyber terrorism, that Johnny and I have been terrorized. We go through this all the time. We're accused of crimes like almost every 2 to 3 days we deal with this. And the cops did not listen to me today. They illegally took Johnny when he was traumatized from it. They hurt me physically, as you can see. I'm going to show you there's no one in this whole room. You see that? No one in this whole room, my friends. Let me show you. Not one person in this whole entire Burger King where I was doing that video. Not one person. There's a playground that's completely glassed off. No way anyone could hear me. And 2 or 3 people just called Burger King saying that I'm scaring them, that I'm harassing customers. You saw the video. I never spoke to anyone. I sat in this exact location with the cop behind me. I told you I'm being illegally targeted. The police, the FBI, no one's listening to me. And now you just caught it again. So I said, you bring the police here. Kind of gutsy on my part, but I'm not going to be set up anymore. First of all, I need the keys. That when they arrested Johnny today, they took the keys. They knew that Johnny and I were victims of major crimes. They knew we were being terrorized and stalked. They wouldn't let me prove it. I knew that they called Starbucks today to set us up. The manager of Starbucks needs to be fired. I showed her proof of my case numbers, and she called the police and had, I don't understand it, but I was in handcuffs. I almost went to jail. Johnny allegedly is getting out in the morning. I'm going to sue the hell out of this damn police department out here for what they've done to me. Now, you caught it live again where they are calling Burger King and lying. And, of course, they don't give their name anymore because Toby Hewitt was dumb enough to give her name before. And I guess now she's afraid because she has a police case against her. I have an FBI case against these people. It's now with the DA's department. And look at how the state's treating me. They're letting her and her evil little trolls and who knows who else, probably Robert Beatty or Wilbur Witt Jr., the same people I've done police reports against. They're retaliating against me. There's nobody in this room. I just proved it to you. Nobody at all. If you really want to know, look how empty Burger King is. I've never seen anything like this. Look at that. No people sitting anywhere. And they just set me up again and said, we're customers. And they're so stupid. I said, ma'am, you really think several customers are going to call and say I'm doing something? She said, word for word, you did a live video and harassed them and all this. I said, ma'am, there's no one sitting around me. This is a setup. So yeah, damn right I told her to call the police. I'm going to have them document this. I'm going to film it. There's nobody here. And how many times do I have to call them and tell them I'm being set up and terrorized and cyber stalked and cyber ganged? And now Johnny's sitting in jail on a setup and they tried to arrest me on the same person that just called Burger King? I am done. Please, please call the Baytown police right now. Let them know that you just saw a video, that there is nobody around me, nobody here, nobody around me. And yet they just said that I just scared people. Y'all, total setup. Total setup. Nobody over here. Total setup. Let me show you. Let me show you this real quick. Oh, good. Here he is. All right, y'all. The police are here. So once again, I'm going to have to tell them my whole story, or hopefully they looked. Please contact my radio lady, Diana Bellarose. Officer, I met with this nice officer today. Okay. Mendora? number 82 badge. And they put my case in the DA's office because everywhere I go, they're calling the police. They just called twice at Burger King. I have the live video to show you, and there's nobody here. You can look. There's nobody over here, and I had an officer I just met with outside in that corner, and I have a video to prove it. You can see there's nobody sitting in this area. And they called twice already at Burger King and said, you need to do something. She's terrorizing customers. She's this and that. The manager just told me. I said, I'm done. I just got set up at Starbucks. My boyfriend's sitting in jail right now. When these two cops hurt me, they tried to handcuff me, arrest me when I said, I'm being cyber stalked. We've had to move seven times over it. We're being terrorized. Hibbets knows, Officer Pasquale knows, Officer Hibbets knows. We're kind of known. And I said, most of the cops here have been really kind and acting caring, but I've had a couple bad eggs, to be honest, that I even have an internal affairs number to make an appointment about it. And to my surprise, I just told an officer I can't get in my home because Johnny, that they put in jail today on a setup because they lied at Starbucks and said we were threatening people. Same thing they're doing right now at Burger King. And I said, I don't have keys to go home. I don't know anyone in Baytown. I'm working here temporarily. So the officer said, I'm off duty. I can't do a courtesy ride or anything. I said, I don't have a car here and I never walk alone. My boyfriend always goes everywhere with me or a friend or whatever. I said, so I'm scared, officer. I wasn't thinking when I did the video, they saw the Burger King bag go to the officer because he was getting a burger. Within minutes, 2 or 3 people called and said, I'm harassing customers. Same thing that how we got set up at Starbucks today. By the way, you can ask this officer that I wasn't even at Starbucks. To be honest, I was there with him about an hour and a half today. I walked to Starbucks and within 15 minutes.
You were at the hospital?
No, I was at McDonald's today with Officer
Medora?
Yes, and by the time I walked to Starbucks, the police were there trying to arrest my boyfriend and I, and the manager said, you were doing a threatening phone call to people in front of customers. My phone's been shut off since yesterday. He already documented over death threats. I was so upset I didn't pay my bill. And he was cool. Look, to show you the credibility, he even gave me his email. He said, I'm taking this very seriously. Within 15 minutes, my boyfriend's in jail. And
when was that?
Today. And I've been locked out all day over it.
What time was that at? And it was at Starbucks?
Yes, it was the same setup, officer, that they're doing to me here. And we have to keep moving over it. And these two officers handcuffed me, said I was being difficult. And I said, you don't understand. I have a DA case number 2, FBI case number. I can prove it to you. They weren't like,
an ID on you?
Yes, they weren't like this officer that was like, well, wait a minute, let me look at all. And then he goes, you know, you're right. I think this deserves an investigation. They didn't do that. They treated me like I was crazy. They wouldn't hear me out. I said, we're being set up, officers.
Okay.
And they put handcuffs on me when I'm a victim of being terrorized and death threats. I just showed this officer death threats today. And he goes, whoa, this does need an investigation. Now they just did it at Burger King. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Meanwhile, I'm locked out and I'm scared. Oh, God. Look at all these police case numbers I have of being stalked. You wouldn't believe all these. Yes, the squall knows who I am, Officer Pibbits. They all said they're trying to help us. Here's the detective I was told. I think that's from the DA's office. And I can't believe that I'm allowed, but my poor boy, this squall, who helped us before, who's one of my favorites here. Look at all this. This is all, they keep calling her and saying, oh, girl, she's dangerous, go to her address. And y'all are out like every 3 days, and they try to do mental health arrests on us. We always pass it. And it's already in the system that we're doing cyber terrorism, cyber stop. But I can't believe that I did a video, as I said, with the officer in the background and the manager. She wasn't rude or anything. She just said, are you harassing customers? You can see.
Your ID is on the ground.
Thank you. Oh, let me show you, officer, my exact where I was sitting. You see there's no one in there? The whole time I was sitting in that red chair. The reason you see the police car in the background, he's waiting for a burger. I got scared and I thought I was getting in trouble for doing a live video. I walked out and approached him. He was nice. There was no confrontation. And they called 3 people, I think she said, saying I'm out of control at Burger King. Sure, I'm sorry. And now I'm locked out and I don't know a single soul in Baytown. My boss says he's coming at 6 a.m. I don't know what I'm supposed to do till 6 a.m. I've already bought food here. You can see I'm not trespassing. And they said Johnny's going to be out in the morning.
So where are you staying at right now?
803 Archer Road. Yeah. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to go on 2 acres of land in a little tiny home by myself with no keys. I don't know what can be done, how to get my home keys, because I'm tired. I'll be honest with you, I don't feel good. This has been a rough day. Started with death threats, and then all this.
Well, let me go see what they called about, okay? And,
Okay.
I'll be right back with you, all right?
Yeah. They always do this, officer. Told y'all. They always do this. They always call the police. They always say, I'm harassing customers. This has been going on, y'all, for 9 months straight. Now, by law, he always has to get both sides of the story. But y'all saw the live video. I never, ever harassed a customer. I never did the video in front of a single soul. I was in a private room, glassed off. Let me show you again, glassed off, not a single soul in there. Let me show you. I just showed the officer. Nobody in here, my friends. Did the video in here because it's quiet, because there's nobody around. And if you remember the angle, I was sitting in this chair. The officer was there. You can compare the footage. He was waiting for his hamburger. And they already called Burger King saying, oh, she's harassing customers. She's out of control. Y'all, you're catching it live. This is my daily hell. They've been at this for 9 months. Their goal is to destroy Johnny and I. Their goal is to terrorize us. They call every business we go to. We went through this in Keene, Texas. We went through this in Houston. We have to keep moving over it. And now, I can't believe we live in a world where people can be arrested or get handcuffed on hearsay when they already have it documented that these people do this to us all the time. There's no way I was harassing customers. I showed them my food. I'm a paying customer. And I'm sitting in a room with no people. There's no way. Look at that. There's not one single person sitting in Burger King. Not one. Look at this. Not one in the whole store. And I was in this room where there wasn't one person.
All right.
It's not right. There's no one in there. I was not. I'm a paying customer.
Listen, hold on, okay? You're not getting arrested. Nothing's happening, okay? They're just asking if you wouldn't mind leaving.
This is what they do at every business.
Okay, but they're not getting you arrested. They're not doing anything.
They can't get me legally arrested because I have the
But you
video
have to
proving.
You have to understand something here, real quick, okay?
Yeah, we live in a world where people can terrorize you. It's documented with the
You're
FBI.
not letting me finish your
But I'm being kicked out for something I didn't do.
I'm just asking you to leave. That's all.
That's fine. So you're all going to put me on foot when my life's in danger with no keys. Is that because this is live on Facebook and I was just
I'm
on.
not putting you in danger.
It is putting me on danger to not give me keys and make me walk on foot.
I don't have keys, man. I don't have keys.
No, y'all illegally arrested my boyfriend who has my keys. So now you're telling me to walk on foot. Your police department did. I have it all documented and the injuries on me from your men. That's fine. It's going to internal affairs. I will go ahead and report all this. Y'all are catching it live. They're kicking me out of a business again on false claims. Y'all know my story. You know I've been going through this for 9 months. Instead of the police protecting the victim, he's protecting the criminal. These people, y'all know the proof. I've showed you all the death threats. I've showed you all the harassment. And here I am, Officer Richer is telling me I'm banned from Burger King when I paid.
I did not say that. I asked you to leave.
They asked me to leave on a false phone call. And instead of them dealing with the person who's setting me up, they're kicking me out of business. End of story, my friends. He's going to make me walk, even though an officer noted my death threats. I'm going to be on foot. I don't have keys, and this officer just said it's okay to put me on the street when it's registered with the FBI, and I have 2 DAs on the case. We're victims of an aggravated assault, as y'all know, and now I'm being put on the street. But that's okay, because I'm having chest pains, as I already noted, and I'm going to go. It's my right to go to the hospital. I'm having chest pains. Y'all see how pale I am. You see my injuries, and he can't tell me I can't go to the hospital because I'm an American citizen. No, it's right across the street, right? Actually, yeah, I'd like an ambulance. I'm injured from what your men did today, and I'm having, everyone knows this isn't my skin coloring.
How old are you, so I can tell you?
51, and I have a tumor in my stomach, and I was violently shoved by your men in a metal chair. This is ridiculous, y'all. I'm going to go to the hospital because I'm internally bleeding from what his men did to me today. And, really, he wanted me to walk off on foot, a 2-hour walk, when I don't have keys to go in my house. That's fine. My boss is coming. Y'all know he's a movie producer. All this is going to be documented, and I'm going to report it all to Internal Affairs. You do not treat victims of crimes this way. These people call every business Johnny and I are paying customers to and lie, and they always side with the business, and this is out of control. So I'm going to go to Methodist Hospital. As y'all can see, you know, I just had shingles not too long ago. Shingles comes back when you get stressed out. They know I had shingles only 3 weeks ago or a month ago. So, yeah, I don't feel good. I'm not recovered from the shingles, and I'm being terrorized live. So I told him, yeah, I do want an ambulance. Please message movie producer Gene Odom right now with Premier Pictures and tell him that as he's witnessed, I get kicked out of everywhere for these people that are stalking me and terrorizing me and taking my pictures everywhere I go. And y'all have seen all the proof. Please also make a call to FBI. They already have my case number, and this is going to stop. We don't live in a world where people can make false calls and you get kicked out of every business you go to over people terrorizing you. That isn't America. I'm the victim. They're not the victim. I'm a victim. And this black lady who has an attitude with me, another racist thing going on in Baytown. There's a reverse discrimination problem. 2 black cops now harassing me, now a black manager. She didn't care that I'm a victim of a crime. She doesn't care that I'm a paying customer. That's fine. I'm going to report all this stuff to Internal Affairs. This is reverse discrimination because I'm a white woman. I'm not stupid. I've had a problem with this manager before. She had an attitude before with me, and I don't know why, but she did. So that's fine. You know, if I was black right now, this would be all over the news. You know it's true. So that's fine. I'll go to the hospital. I'm bleeding internally really bad. They can document why I'm bleeding. I have a tumor on my uterus, and when the cops shoved me in the metal chair, I started bleeding. Y'all see how pale I am? I'm losing a lot of blood. I don't take this lightly, my friends. I don't take this lightly. Johnny has a head injury, brain aneurysm injury, and they're falsely keeping him in jail when he is being terrorized with a head injury. He should have been getting help today instead of thrown in jail. I'm having severe stomach cramps, as I've told y'all, for hours. So I should have walked to the hospital, but I'm too scared when I'm getting death threats. Can y'all please message Gene Odom? He said he was going to come in the morning. See if he'll come to the hospital right now. Especially since he might be the only one that has the keys to where I live. Can y'all please someone, Gene Odom with Premier Pictures, and message Judy Lane and just see what can be done about this, because the police have been at my house something like 10 times this week for phone calls like this, and I don't know how they don't have in the system to ignore these calls. It's everywhere Johnny and I go. It's in our home. They got our address on YouTube. They got our address on Google, endangering our life. I mean, this is insane. And instead of us getting help, we're just being victimized left and right, live on video. If y'all want to check on me, I'll be at Methodist Hospital. If anyone can come get me, take me somewhere safe until Johnny gets out and Gene gets to me. Unless y'all can talk Gene into going to Methodist Hospital right now. We're filming for a TV show, y'all. You know it's true. It's supposed to be national. It's supposed to be on TV March, I believe, the 7th. And they're terrorizing me even more knowing that I'm working on a TV show. And as you know, my radio host is getting death threats and harassment. And, I mean, this is out of control. So please contact Diana Bella Rose, who I was on radio with a couple of days, and let her know that she knows the truth. Toby's doing this. She's evil. People are angry she's not in prison yet. 9 months she's been able to do this to Johnny and I, and they have it all documented in the police system. They admitted to me it's Toby Hewitt, and now she's smart enough to not give her name but continue to call and say, I want to remain anonymous. This is the 3rd call that's happened today to try to set me up to go to jail and set Johnny up. Only poor Johnny's sitting in jail, and I'm having a medical emergency. Descend right, my friends. May I go to the bathroom because I'm bleeding a lot and I can feel it. It's about to get on. I know, but I feel it like.
EMS is on the way. Okay?
Yeah, I'm losing a lot of blood. You don't know my skin coloring, but I'm very pale. I need to go to the bathroom, y'all, because I'm having serious cramping. But, I mean, this officer is being nice. I don't have a problem with him, but the other ones today, they were mean. He can't help it. If they tell me I got to leave, the officer, see, in Texas, you have the right to refuse service to anyone. But that black manager She didn't care. I asked her if I could use her phone. She didn't care that I was a victim of crimes today. She didn't care nothing about me. And she told that officer, tell her she can't come here anymore when I'm a paying customer. You see how things happen? All right, I'm losing blood, so I'm just sitting here for a minute. I'm not actually going to the bathroom, I promise. I just need to get away from that officer. Please call the FBI. They have me in the system, and tell them the same lady that keeps stalking me, taking my picture. Please call the FBI right now. Tell them I'm on my way to the hospital, and tell them that they managed to get Johnny legally arrested today, and now the second time they've tried to get me arrested in one day with Johnny gone. This has gone too far. You caught all these videos live. Now there's another situation caught live, and how dare the Baytown police, when it's documented that these are cyber bullies and gang people and stalkers, how dare them not protect me? How dare them tell me to walk off on foot when I'm getting death threats that I proved to the police officer today? I am done. This is a huge lawsuit, my friends, you know it. If anything, call some lawyers for me tonight. I'll be at Methodist Hospital, and they better not try to set me up there. I'm losing a lot of blood from being yanked with a tumor on my uterus, and I am not going to take this lightly. This is abuse by the police department. This is negligence of how sick I look, and he is calling me an ambulance, but I am done with this police corruption and misconduct. Okay, bye-bye.